Hello, we're back in the car. I kind of like these videos. I like filming these. It's just more of like a FaceTime-y sort of situation for me. I don't know, I like it. I have not been uploading like I said I was going to in my like New Year's resolution thing. Everything happened in the last couple of weeks. It's February now. I simply just like had a rough 2 weeks. So first, my dog went in to go get fixed. And he has a crypt orchid testicle, which means that one of them didn't drop properly, so they have to do 2 incisions to get them both out, which makes it pricier, can come with more complications, you know, etc. And of course he had complications. I was looking at it one day, and he has been wearing the cone the whole time. Like it came off one time, he got it off overnight, and I think that's when he messed it up. But the second incision for the crypt orchid part was open, and so I called our vet and I was like, what can we do? And they said send me a picture, and then they quoted me $600 to fix it, and that was more than the surgery itself cost. So I called around to a few other vets, found one that was a little bit more affordable, brought them in. They said that because the way that those incisions work, they're like 2 layers, so they like open a layer, open another layer, take out the testicle, sew up one layer, and then sew up the other layer. Only one layer had popped open, the other one was like totally healed. She said it was like not that bad, like it'll heal, it'll be okay. He's just infected, like it was infected, probably from that night he got the cone off and he was licking at it. And so we have a month of antibiotics for him. That night, my Instagram and Facebook got hacked. I believe it was called session hijacking is what happened to me. And I thought that I like nipped it in the bud before it could get any worse. And then my Steam account on my computer, I kept getting notifications, you added $50, you added $50, you added $50, you added $50. And I'm like, fuck. So I go and lock all my debit cards, and I go message the Steam support, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I see who's logged in. It's not me. There's someone logged in. And I know that the location couldn't be correct. It was like Amsterdam or something. I'm sure they had a VPN, because on my Facebook it said like Detroit, Michigan, and on my Instagram it said like Canada or something. So I know maybe it's not the same person that's doing all of it, but I do think that a VPN was probably involved. And so anyway, I got my money back, which was good. And then the next day, all my cards are locked. I'm getting all new cards, right? So I don't have access to my money. I do not have a physical bank. I have an online bank. And this has never been a problem before, but this might be a good reason not to have an only online bank. My dog's coughing when I wake up in the morning, and he's congested, and he sounds like sniffly, like he has a cold. I've never experienced this in all my years of owning animals, like as a child, as an adult, never experienced it. Call the vet, they listen to a video, they're like, it sounds like kennel cough. He's already on antibiotics, so it shouldn't get any worse. She said he probably picked it up from the spay and neuter place and not from them, because apparently, I mean, they said they don't have any kennel cough patients right now. She said it's not impossible, but it's also like a really long incubation period, and for it to be showing symptoms already is kind of rare. So she said call the spay and neuter place, the place you got him spayed or neutered, and just tell them that he has it and that they might have an outbreak or something. So I called the spay and neuter place. That lady was so mean to me. She didn't ask for his name. She didn't ask what day we were there. Like all information that I think would be pretty important if there was an outbreak of something going around your like kennels. And she says, well, that's impossible because we don't even see sick animals here. Now I know that can't be true, right? Like I know they see sick animals. They're not a full service vet. They only do spay and neuters, but they also do walk-ins for vaccines and things like that. You're telling me that not once could an animal who's sick and maybe not presenting symptoms come in and, you know, whatever. And then she said, well, if you had him vaccinated like you were supposed to, this wouldn't be happening. And she was like, bye. And he's vaccinated. He's vaccinated for everything important. He's vaccinated for Bordetella, which is apparently like the #1 cause of kennel cough. But there's also like a bunch of other causes. So I am just like, okay, whatever. He's fine today, like his cough is better. His energy's a little bit lower today, but he's still eating and drinking, and he's still taking his antibiotic, so I think he'll be fine. And his cough yesterday was pretty gnarly. The vet told me to give him honey up to a tablespoon a day, so I ended up doing like 3 teaspoons, and every time he took a little bit of honey, he would stop coughing. So it really, really, really worked for us. So anyway, that has happened. I started my compounded semaglutide, which so far so good. At first I felt like maybe it's not quite as effective, and I still kind of feel like maybe it's not quite as effective, but I guess we'll see. Like, I haven't gained any weight. I also have not lost any weight, but that's pretty like on point. I have not lost or gained anything really since I hit 120, which was my goal weight at that time. I did discuss with my healthcare provider perhaps losing 10 to 15 more pounds just to get a little bit more of a healthy weight range for my height. I am 4'11" and like 0.7 something. Like, I'm almost 5 foot, but I'm not quite there. So I just say I'm 5 foot. But like 120 is, I think my BMI is like 23 point something, and it should be, I mean, it could, that's fine and everything, but 24.9 is overweight again, and like I don't have a lot of a buffer. So I would like to have a bigger buffer, and I also just feel like I have a lot of fat left. My body just carries a lot of fat. It could be PCOS related, but like especially in my stomach and my arms, I do get like, I feel large. So, or not large, I just feel like I don't know what the right word is, but it's just not what I want quite yet. And I understand that some of it is loose skin, but I think most of it is fat at this point. So I am going back up. The way that the compounds work, at least with this company, is instead of like going from 1.7 to 2.4, I'm on 1.4 because they didn't have 1.7, and I'm going up to 2.1, and then apparently after that I can go up to 2.4. And if I'm not losing or whatever, I can switch to tirzepatide. I'm also changing insurances this month, so I am going to send in another prior authorization to the new insurance for tirzepatide, just to see if it can get covered by insurance, because I am paying for a compounded version out of pocket right now, which is still cheaper, but it's also not that cheap, and I would like to have it covered by insurance. That would be ideal, obviously, but we'll see if that can even happen. So that's the life update. This is going to be very short, I know. I'm at my daughter's school waiting for her to be let out so I can go pick her up. She's probably just about out. So that's the life update. Don't really know if the compounded one is I mean, it's working, obviously. Like, I'm not gaining weight. I just do feel like a little bit more food noise. And I noticed also I'm getting like more of a dopamine hit after eating, which isn't something that I'm used to anymore. Like, with the semaglutide, I've lost that like dopamine after eating anything yummy, you know, which I like, because that is, I think, what led me into like binge eating disorder or like stress eating behavior, which I have like all like completely stopped doing. But I did get the urge, and then we are planning a vacation, and I was thinking, oh my god, I can't wait to like just eat whatever I want. And I have been on several vacations since starting this, and like never was like, oh, I can't wait to eat. So I don't know if that's the semaglutide or what, but anyway, I'm gonna go pick up my child, and I will be back next week. I'm going to try to stay consistent. I'm not gonna get hacked again. My dog is healthy, he's okay. Life will calm down, and I'm doing this for me. Like, I want a documented experience of everything that I've been through on the Wegovy and semaglutide and the compounds and the insurance and all of that. So I'm doing this for me, but also for people like me in my position 2 years ago who are thinking about starting it, who have PCOS, who whatever. So that's all for now. I'm gonna go pick up my child. Bye.